Hi, I'm Chris Cannon, and this is the Solar T1.6C. How's it going, everybody? I am finally happy to do this demo. So I've been waiting for this guitar for quite a bit. I was very excited the second Ola announced that they're releasing a T model. You can kind of see what the T stands for. It's an alder body, which is a first for me. Most of my guitars are either bass or mahogany, so that's really cool. Let's see, has ebony fingerboard, stainless steel frets, maple neck, the usual Solar stuff. This is a C-shaped neck, like most of the Solar necks. 5-way switch, which I totally dig. Volume pot, tone pot, Duncan Solar pickups, and a Evertune bridge. Solar locking tuner is my mistake. And the C stands for carbon black matte, and as you can see, this guitar is very, very black. If direct light wasn't hitting it, it would almost kind of disappear in my shirt, which is pretty rad, actually. So yeah, let's hear some sounds here. The song you just heard, to capture that audio, I actually mic'd up my PV6505 combo with a Warehouse British Invasion speaker. I believe that's on the left speaker, and on the right speaker, it is my 2x12 with vintage 30s, both with the SM57. The PV microphone was dead center of the cone. The 2x12, it was off to the right and angled like this a little bit. So, but now you're going to hear my Boss Katana head directly in interface to kind of really hear the clean tones and some super mega lead tones. So here's the guitar clean. I'll bounce through the pickups too so you can hear what it sounds like. Volume's on full, and tone I have it set to like 7 or 8. Just personal preference, so here we go. Let's put on some effects. Let's see. Here's a chorus effect. Very just snappy. The low end drops really far with this setting. This is position 4. Here's the neck pickup entirely. Middle. Again, very, not quacky, but chimey tones when you start splitting the coils. And that's the bridge. Just how the tone works. We all know how that does, but I'm just going to show you. Now it's on full. Let's hear some super crazy lead tones here. Let's see. So that's how this model sounds. Now, let's go over some pros and cons here. Pros, the guitar is really lightweight. I want to say this is maybe around the 5-pound range, maybe less. My 7-string here, my Schecter 7-string weighs about 8-9 pounds. This is, I know no new guitars are the same or whatever, no two guitars are the same, but this is significantly lighter than anything I've ever played. And it's not neck heavy. Let me just kind of, I'm balancing it of course, but it's not diving. Another pro here. Just the overall feel of the neck is great. Now what's cool is that the previous Solar I demoed was a 7-string, which you can see here. And even though the neck is still C-shaped, it's nice that I was able to finally get my hands on a 6-string and play it, because it's not as thick as a Strat. Definitely not as thick as a Les Paul neck, for sure. It's kind of in the middle, but it's not an Ibanez neck, so don't expect a wizard neck with these Solar necks, but they're very comfortable. This guitar came with no issues. I know Solar is still sadly plagued with cracked fretboards and issues and blemishes. This had nothing wrong with it. More pros here. The locking tuners, even though they're kind of metal and have rugged, I guess, a surface, it's not abrasive on the fingers. It's very smooth. I do have this on here, however, because when I noticed when I went through the PV amp on the high gain, when I started palm muting, it just rings out pretty hardcore. Put this on and it's done. So it could be just reacting to the Evertune bridge. And another pro, the Evertune. I love this thing. I wish every rhythm player on the planet had this. Yeah, I can't say enough of good things about Evertune. It's just awesome. Yeah, very simple to play, very smooth feel on everything, really. Stainless steel frets, I think I said that. Glow-in-the-dark side dots. Cons. Let's see, let's get to the cons here. The one con was that I had to wait almost a month for this thing to get to me. But that's not Solar's fault. I've heard across the board that every manufacturer, guitar-wise, is having issues getting certain woods, certain magnets. So that's just me kind of being a D-bag. Their customer service is great, though. Whenever it was delayed, they emailed and said, sorry for the delay. It's going to be this day and this day. This actually wasn't supposed to be shipped until next week, Tuesday. So I got it almost a week early. So that's back to the pros. Con is shipping. Let's get back to the shipping issue. Solar's website has a list of what you can ship or where they ship to and the cost, right? It's in euros, but you can easily calculate in USD. It was 47 bucks to ship this guitar just from Spain, right? So my guitar got shipped from Spain to Germany to Philadelphia to Kentucky to Albuquerque. I had to sadly pay an additional 66 bucks in, I guess it's overseas fees, which isn't listed on the Solar site. And I'm kind of upset about that. Thankfully, I was given the money to pay for that, because I know some cases not everyone can just whip out anywhere from, I don't know, 60. This one dude told me on the Facebook Solar group he had to pay 88 bucks in extra shipping costs. So that's not cool in my opinion, because what if he spent all of his money for that time frame, little ding there, and then all of a sudden UPS shows up, by the way, 88 bucks, and he doesn't have it. And UPS holds stuff for 5 days. What if he just doesn't get that in 5 days? It gets sent back to Solar. And there's no refunds on this shit on the Solar side. It doesn't say, we'll pay you back if you can't pay for shipping. So that's a problem. I'm not a businessman. I don't own a guitar company, so it's easy for me to nitpick and bitch and moan. But Solar's been around long enough. I think they should probably figure this out or work on getting an American distributor. I remember I talked to the guys at Sweetwater, because they call me and saying, hey, how's your gear, blah, blah, blah. And I say, hey, I just bought a Solar. And they never said, what's Solar? I'm like, oh, it's Ola stuff. Oh, we know Ola, because he's been there with Washburn before. I know Washburn is different. They can probably get the American distribution. But my point being is that people know Ola. So I think he should really focus on getting an American distributor, so we don't have to pay overseas fees. I think that's kind of ridiculous. So that's my con right there. It's just paying extra money for something I don't think I should have to pay for, because this guitar already goes for $1,099 plus the $47 shipping plus the $66.95 I had to fork over for extra shipping. So that's what this costs.
Hey everybody, Chris and KJ here. We just want to tag in really quick and clarify something with the review and shipping and all that. We just want to clarify that we are not trying to discourage people from going to Solar. We're not trying to diss Ola, Luis, or any of the Solar staff. It is clearly an issue of I had to spend extra money and I was upset. And I found out through the Facebook Solar discussion group that this happens randomly, or some people get charged less or more. So again, because we know how the internet works, people are going to read that in a certain way. So we're clarifying, for the record, I love solo guitar. I like Ola's page. I'm a big Feared fan. Relax. All right. It's just I'm a little jaded because I had to spend extra money without knowing it. You want to add something?
Yeah, and it's just also, you know, my background in like graphic design and marketing and stuff like that. It took me a bit when I was editing the video. I wanted to go back and look at like his cart and stuff and see where all of this, like the shipping and everything was. If there was like a disclaimer or something, like said it in there, and it's there. It's just in really small print.
Right.
And honestly, I'm gonna be, as a designer, as a marketer, and everything like that, I would make that huge. Because when you are a company and you are trying to like please as a company or a business and everything, this is where I'm like at. You gotta spell this stuff out with a customer, because you know it just comes down to, you know, customers can get angry like this. You know, I almost missed it.
Yeah.
You know, going through this. So there's going to be a lot of people that are going to miss this stuff.
Right, and so a lot of you might say, because I said, well, do I recommend buying Solar from the website? I was kind of about it. Obviously, that's the only real way you can buy a Solar, unless you buy it from Tolman or on the used market. So, of course, I'm going to recommend to go buy if you want to buy a Solar, go for it. Just be ready to maybe spend extra money. Just FYI, guys. Thanks for watching, okay? Later.
Oh, another con. No case. Not even a gig bag is available for this model. That's kind of annoying. However, if you do watch my unboxing video, it was well packed. It was tight. Nothing was damaged. Okay, fine. But that's just maybe a pet peeve, or maybe other people who bought Solars are like, oh, I have to buy a separate case now. So would I recommend Solar guitars? Absolutely. Would I recommend this guitar? Absolutely. Again, this is just amazing, just lightweight, feeling awesome rock machine. And my goal is to not use this in metal at all. I know that's Solar's demographic, that's the marketing, but I kind of want to showcase that, hey, you don't have to play metal to play a Solar. Would I recommend buying from the Solar website? Probably not if you live in America, because you're going to have to pay a lot of extra money. So if you're in Europe, I don't know any, but maybe Europeans have the same thing. I don't know. So yeah, I don't recommend buying from the Solar site until they get a distributor or figure out shipping costs. That's my only gripe. Other than that, I give the guitar 8 out of 10. And the 2 is from the shipping stuff. But this guitar is awesome. Check out solarguitars.com. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell. Next video after this, I'm actually going to switch out the Duncan Solar pickups. I got some DiMarzio pickups. I can't reach them. DiMarzio pickups. They're PAF Masters. They're vintage outputs. So we're going to see what that sounds like through one of these guitars. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.